Alright, so in the last one about the news, it said that there was, there was a link to give you more detail about the Conquest 7 that was coming out pretty soon. I didn't know if I was going to make a video on it because I didn't know how much information there was, but there's actually a very lengthy article here, so might as well make the video and get that information out there. So, it says, per usual, hey all table heroes, Conquest 7 begins August 30th. At the time of me reading this, that is tomorrow, that is a Monday, and brings a thoroughly refreshed experience to the holotables. Which probably means they just made it way harder for no reason, because they think that people want an impossible experience. I mean, let's put it this way, I'm pushing 6 million GP and I still can't even get to the hard modes yet. Which irritates me, because I feel like 6 million GP should be plenty enough to be able to do the hard modes. But nope, I get stuck on Sector 5 every single time. So now what, I'm going to get stuck on Sector 4? That'll be fun. Next week, we will find new bosses, data disc, consumables, feats, and a fresh reward unit, Maul. There are many topics there are many topics to cover, so let's dive in. First up is goals. Conquest 7 is our first big refresh of the entire Conquest experience. Our goal is still to regularly make these kinds of change-ups, but being a brand new feature, the first set of Conquests focused on fixing launch bugs and gathering data. Getting Conquest ironed out and then building our plans to update the mode took a little longer than we expected this first time around. Which is probably why we haven't had a Conquest in like, what, a month and a half? It might even be longer. I don't even know if we had one in July. It might have been since June was the last time we had one. And now it's not coming back until essentially September. I mean, August 30, you got 2 days and then it's September. Anyhow, after reviewing the data from the first few events in hard mode, we started on reworking the experience so we could release an update as soon as possible. With our initial launch behind us, Conquest 7 was the best time to mix up the formula, and we hope to make around this level of alterations approximately every 3 months going forward. Oh, I see what they're saying. They should have put around a little further down. We hope to make this level of alterations around approximately every 3 months or something like that. The way they phrased it was clunky. Anyways, this Conquest will be one of the most challenging yet and is designed to challenge a broad roster. One of the most challenging yet. See, exactly like I said, they're just making this game mode suck even more. I don't even like Conquest because it's such a pain in the butt and unnecessarily hard, and now they're making it harder. That's cool. Thanks, CG. In addition to updating the experience, you mean downgrading the experience, this Conquest also seeks to address some of the issues we have seen in past events. We designed Conquest as an event that players would engage over the course of 2 weeks, but we found that most players could rush through the event in the first few days, and then went back to clean up a few feats afterwards. Yeah, you know what, those are called Krakens and whales, so maybe you should have 3 tiers. You have normal, hard, and then Kraken. That was the extent of their engagement for the entire 2 weeks, and there was little reason to continue playing this mode. You know what else is just as useless as this? Galactic challenges. You don't care about those, though. I mean, people can get those done in literally 15 minutes. Especially now with the way that if you can complete all the challenges at the stage 10, it gives you the rewards for everything under it. So you literally can do it in like 10 minutes tops, and then you're done. Then what? So this is a retarded excuse right here to try to say why you're making Conquest harder. That's really dumb. How about instead of making Conquest harder, instead of making it 2 weeks, you make it 1 week? Do something smarter like that instead of ruining the experience for everyone else. The first thing we considered was making the battles harder, but that would have locked out a number of players from participating and didn't really address the issue long term. Instead of increasing the difficulty of the encounters, nodes will now cost more energy to battle, and there was a bigger focus on completing a variety of new feats. While the time needed to complete Conquest will increase, we also want to begin to offset this by reducing the time commitment in other parts of the game. As part of the update with Conquest 7, we will be making all assault battles simmable if you have reached 3 stars, and in the future, we are looking to make Heroic Sith Triumphant raids simmable if you have reached certain requirements. That'll be sick, because they made it so that within the regular pit and the tank are simmable, which my guild actually just finally started simming the tank, which is cool. Granted, the tank we can breeze right through. It takes you half an hour and you can solo the thing nowadays, but still, sim is even better. I don't think my guild will be able to sim the Sith raid, but that would be cool if somehow we could. Imagine? That'd be cool. Then we can just sim them all. That'd be sick. Anyways, so that's why they did assault battles to be simmable. I read that in the news and thought that was awesome. I didn't realize it was because of Conquest. They want to give you more time for Conquest. That's a stupid reason. You should have done it just because this is dumb to have to redo something for a half hour plus that you've 3-starred. Next point, what's new? There are too many changes to list here, but one of the most important changes is that data disks no longer require Conquest currency to swap out. Oh, that's good. I always thought that was stupid when they charged you to do that. Like, I want to switch up my abilities. Why are you charging me for that? Or not abilities, but my bonuses. So that's cool. They got rid of that. Data disks can be swapped using Conquest energy instead. Oh, okay. It still costs energy. Never mind. So that's still stupid. It just uses a different form of currency. Instead of the currency, it's the Conquest energy. Still pretty stupid. Which allows players to change up their strategy without jeopardizing progress towards the reward unit. Yes, I understand that. So now I won't be wasting my currency that I could use on buying something. But that's still dumb. I don't gotta waste energy. So now I can't progress after I make a change because I just wasted energy to change out my bonus things. That's dumb. This keeps swapping data disks meaningful as Conquest energy is increasingly valuable this time around, but allows for much more flexibility. Yeah, whatever. You guys are dumb. One of the first things you'll notice is some changes to the structure of the map. We have reworked the order and which nodes you will encounter in each sector. There are new mini-bosses in the middle of each sector, and the bosses at the end of each encounter have changed along with many of the feats for these battles. So the first one's Qui-Gon. That should be easy, whatever. The first one's always fairly easy. Second one is Mother Talzin. That's fairly easy. Sith Empire, I've always noticed, has been easy at burning through her. And then it looks like Sidious. He's kind of a wuss too. Emperor Palpatine would be more of a threat. Sidious, he's no threat. Oh yeah, now they get these dumb mini bosses, so she's probably a mini boss. She used to be the first tier 1 boss, now it looks like it's Qui-Gon. The most exciting changes related to gameplay are the new data disks, consumables, and feats. We have swapped out some of the old data disks for new ones, and you'll find a few old favorites. Sorry, deployable cooldown systems, you didn't make the cut. For me, I don't care, I never used any of that. I just saved my currency to buy actual things that I need for farming, or character shards or whatever, so I don't care about any of this. In addition to many of the previous consumables, there was a new set of consumables that are focused on a specific faction. We will leave it to the community to discover them all, but here are a few of the new ones. Alright, so this is what I think I'm going to do. We're not going to look at these in here. I'm going to make a separate video. So if you want to see these spoilers, check out the separate video. I know it's kind of goofy, but we're going to do this that way, just so that way then if you don't want to know and you want it to be a surprise, kind of like when there's a baby, I don't want to know if it's a boy or girl, I want it to be a surprise. Well, then you can still have that surprise and not worry about any disclaimers or whatever. So anyways, carrying on, it says, this update brings a ton of changes to Conquest, and we will be reviewing your feedback and the data from this event very closely. Thank you for reading, or in my case, listening, and we hope you enjoy the refreshed Conquest experience. I can guarantee you I won't, but thanks for pretending that I will. See you on the holotables. Alright, and that's it. So, until the next one, which actually would be these spoilers if you're interested, I said see ya!